And I apologize to
Doesn't
anyone
Shub
watching.
take that?
Hang on. My computer crashed due to an overheating issue. Due to my fiance's blanket being too close to it. But...
Hey.
but... we are back. Nympheus fell out the window taking 4 damage. Please make sure you take that damage.
Yeah, I will.
And... Shump does take 2d6 damage as well. Watch him get 12 damage. Oh, fuck.
6.
Once.
Just roll another 6.
Alright, you take 8 damage. Okay. That's P. So... Alright. Okay, Zexel, or actually Nympheus rolled first.
Yes, she did.
So, Shunwa, you actually push your way through this doorway into this room. And
I'll walk over.
I'm going to assume Zexel actually used that, just to not waste a good roll, and is in the room investigating. You can move him back now. In the room is actually quite a number of items. A silk bag containing 180 electrum pieces.
Wow.
A leather bag containing 110 gold pieces. A wooden pipe that has been passed down through many generations of the Wachter patriarchs, aka the people of this house, that you literally invaded without even bothering to learn anyone's names.
True.
They attacked us.
Except you broke into their basement without any fucking thoughts.
It's because we asked her a simple question, and she slammed the door in our face, so we had to break in. It's natural progression.
You have a fucking 8-foot-tall bugbear behind you.
Natural progression.
Not
True.
our fault.
It looks like a fucked up
He
werewolf.
can't help how big he is. He can't help how big he is.
Looks like an inbred werewolf.
Yeah, it does. Would you blame them?
They should know not to judge people based on their looks.
Racist.
You're an orc. Shut up.
5
True.
scrolls.
No.
Those scrolls are mine because I'm a wizard.
A supply or a supple leather case containing an unbound manuscript titled "The Devil We Know," a poetic manifesto written by Lady Fiona Wachter, attesting to the worship of devils can bring happiness, success, freedom, wealth, and longevity.
Well,
Who you killed?
if that's true, she wouldn't have been dead.
Given the fact that you have the Tome of Strahd, you can actually tell that this... Yeah, you can actually tell that this manifesto is fake. Or, like, you can tell that everything in it is bullshit.
Yeah, because she died.
Exactly.
If that shit was real, we wouldn't have been able to kill her. So, checkmate.
A blasphemous treatise bound in black leather titled The Grimoire of Four Quarters, written by the infamous Diabolus Devostas, who was drawn and quartered for his fell practices, yet did not die. This appears to actually be a forgery. Anyone can do a Arcana or History check to figure out what's wrong with it. And a very old letter. Oh my god, what?
I don't know anything. Nympheus doesn't know anything. I don't know anything.
You're gonna get it? Alright.
I'll do a thing.
Alright, then. Alright. You actually realize that if this was the real grimoire, it would have driven you mad the moment you held it.
Oh, I've been there. That's why my character's edgy.
Then a very old letter. Or you can go. I'm not really gonna. We're not gonna do much until you come
It's
back.
not ready yet. She said
Oh.
you can making it.
All right. To Lady Lovina Wachter, an ancestor from Lord Vasily von Holtz, thanking Lovina for her hospitality, loyalty, and friendship over the years. Given the Tome of Strahd, you can actually tell it's the same handwriting in the letter as Strahd itself.
So Strahd wrote the letter?
Yep. And that's it. So 180 Electrum, 110 gold, and a pipe that you can throw at or a smoking pipe if you want to throw towards one of the boys that, lived.
Yeah, we can give it to the polite dude. You're the captain now. But I vote we split the money.
Yeah, I do too.
110, it'd be 22 gold, or 20, 22 gold per. And let's do the division for the 180. It's 36 Electrum each. Everyone good?
Much.
I need to look it up my character.
Said 35.
36.
36.
That is actually a very good drink.
Electrum and 22 gold.
22 Electrum, 36 gold. You can put
I just
EP.
sold for Electrum.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, how much Electrum?
In the 36. Also in equipment, there's there's a little side bit where it has all the stuff, the symbols, and then you just take.
Yeah.
So 22 Electrum, 36 gold.
36 Electrum, 22 gold. I fucked up, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm a little stressed if you can't tell from the computer crashing.
It's okay, Ziki. That happens. Don't worry about it. And 5 scrolls for the wizard.
You don't know what's on the scrolls either, because you didn't bother checking.
Who's checking?
I
assume.
Well, actually, the Arcana check was for checking for the book, but I'm going to do it.
The scrolls themselves are non-magical. They're notarized deeds for parcels of land given to the Wachter family by Count Strahd von Zarovich nearly 4 centuries ago.
So they're worthless to the wizard.
Give them to the polite man with the pipe. He's the owner of this household now.
I will
by the
do
way,
just that.
You left Hayner alone too long, so he stumbled into another bookshelf and broke it.
Oh my god, Hayner. He's a disaster.
He's a walking tornado disaster, just like a certain person in a certain anime.
Yeah.
He's a 3-year-old baby.
Living tornado.
So if everyone is done this household, you can leave.
Yes.
All right.
Carrying the dead guy's body.
Woo!
Yes. I'm going to, before I leave, give it to the man, the spy, who's a coward, and just leave.
No, I was talking about the nice. Or you talking about the scrolls or what?
Oh yeah, for the scrolls, the one who will now own the house that you're talking about.
You just asked. I mean, the spy is just someone hired. There's a boy in this room who asked you to leave.
Yeah, I popped my head in and he was like, please leave. And I was like, you're polite, I'll go.
So if you want to give it to him, you can.
Yes.
That's a strange bunch of burglars.
Knocks on the door, gives him the scrolls, and leaves.
And the pipe.
And yeah, that too.
Have a nice time with your new land ownership and name.
And here's to years of therapy.
We're taking the cats.
They're all
And
ours.
your sister, apparently.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's move you back to the town of Valaki. Carrying a dead body on your shoulder.
Oh no, she died. Oh no, not the.
Does he
I thought
look
you were talking about the
visibly
woman.
dead?
The gentle reposed dead
Uh,
person.
Well, he's not rotting, so
Usually this
Okay, so the
gentle
the
reposed spell.
you can just with a successful, you know what? Give me a deception or a stealth check, and I say you disguise the body to make it look like he's just unconscious.
Yeah, because I don't want the civilians to freak out and think we killed him or something.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that word.
Oh yes, you don't want
Deception.
them to think that you killed one random guy whose body you found.
Okay, but if we're walking through the streets with a dead body and we look like this, they're gonna think we killed him.
If anything, I could always carry him and transform to where I'm wearing my tutu. Because let's face it, who's going to say anything
All
to
right.
an orc in a tutu flashing his dick about carrying a dead body?
Yeah, he's disguised for now. So,
I mean, I do have a disguise kit.
as you pass by the inn, the owner of Piccolo is happening to walk out, looks at you, and rushes over you hushingly saying, "What are you doing carrying him?
He knew about him?
I knew he was dead."
Well,
Honestly, that's the thing you're most concerned about, not the robot carrying, not the construct carrying
A mad
person who
woman.
thinks they're a cat, or the 8 cats in tow.
To be fair, I don't care about I don't care about the girl because, well, she's alive.
well,
Still, it's just that's the one thing you fixate on.
I will,
Well,
I will clearly state our intentions and say that we carried him out of that house because of necessity.
We want to bring him back to life. Sword.
all right. For the love of all that may be holy, please don't be carrying him around. Put some bindings on him and put him in one of your rooms. It's better to bring whoever you need to help you there rather than carrying him around. Eventually someone's going to find out.
That is good advice. So let's do that.
Which is, I'm surprised isn't raising any questions for the players.
Yeah, well, it did raise questions. I want to know how he knew of this dead man. And this isn't the second time he's mysteriously come across our path.
To be fair, you found him again in the inn which you were passing by.
It's still.
Please don't give me a repeat of a few sessions ago. Bottle opener. Where? Fuck. Oh well. Oh, there it is. It is on my salsa. Okay. So, I'm guessing you dropped the body off inside the hotel?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Hang on.
Can I ask the dude if he knows of anyone who can resurrect a dead body?
He looks at you and just shakes his head thinking you're insane.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Don't know.
I gotta find out. I gotta find out what room is actually yours. Why does this chapter have to be so long?
Because it is.
Okay, you're not in. Okay. So you're actually in this room. Oh, go ahead, put his fucking token in there. Shit, what's his name? Okay. Please. Damn it. Why? Put his token on the board. He's ugly, but put his token on. Please. Why?
Rude.
Fuck it, he's in the bed. I could drag that token. Why can't I drag you? Oh well. So, anything you want to do at this inn while you're here, real quick?
No.
Please? I just want to give you the option.
I mean, I would like to get my spell slots back, but I could use a short rest with that. I could get like
Will a
one.
short rest give me back my 4 HP I lost?
If you use a hit die, yeah. Alright, you gotta roll a hit die.
What?
That's how it works for short rests.
Okay, which one do I roll?
Whatever your hit die is.
Oh, okay.
Why can't I bring him in here?
And arcane recovery for a short rest.
Oh, wait.
I'm allowed to get
I
1 second level
I
slot.
had temporary hit points. So I never actually lost health because I only took 4.
Right. After a few hours, or after like an hour, the temp HP goes away, though. Huh?
So I'll put myself at no temporary HP then.
I'll have to find a token for him later, so he's just in the room. I'll put the marker up for your room, though.
During that hour, can I also attune to the sun sword?
Yes.
Cool.
So after that, after you tune it, the voice coming from the sword is just repeating in the back of your mind, peace. Alright, let me move y'all to the room. Damn it, I'm on the map layer.
So it's a +1 longsword?
Yes. While you're resting, you do hear squawking and the beating of feathers as a few ravens are almost taunting Owl Buddy. There actually seems to be an unusual amount of ravens around here.
Owl Buddy is just. I'm just gonna have Owl Buddy sit on my shoulder and just pet his head because he's the goodest boy. You said it does 1d6
Radiant, yeah.
Radiant.
1d10 against vampires, though. And remember, longswords are a versatile weapon.
I know.
Alright.
Man, it's a thing. I didn't get a hit anyone with my maul this session.
You had an opportunity.
Okay. So now it's about 5 p.m. The sun is starting to go down. Why? Because it's fucking winter in Ohio right now, and I'm saying the sun's going down at 5 p.m. because I'm bitter about it.
Oh no, it goes down at about 5 o'clock here in Georgia too.
I also think about international people, so...
That's the same thing here because it's Canada.
Ow.
At least it's not Alaska where you get 30 fucking days of sunlight.
I I mean, that would technically be the same for like most of the Northern Territories too.
I wouldn't know because I live somewhere real.
Fuck off.
Got a point.
I'm just playing with you, man.
Ziggy's got a point.
You could also fuck.
Alright.
I probably will.
Okay, let me move him to this layer. To the viewers, ignore his name. Just ignore it for now. That's a spoiler.
What?
Alright. I'm trying to remember, does it restart at... Yeah, we decided that the hatch opens at dawn, doesn't it?
Yes.
For the Switch? Alright. So it's 5 p.m.
Yes.
now. So, would you wish to go to the priest?
Yes.
Alright. Zexel, as you actually leave the room, you see Hainer leaning very far over the handrail, looking down at the people below him.
Oh god.
As you actually look at him, you hear the creaking and slight cracks of the wood that he's putting his weight on. This is why I love Hainer.
I order Hainer to just
It's fun trying
stop looking down there so intent.
Okay. He stops looking down and just looks straight ahead, still leaning on it. And
Hainer, stop leaning on it.
as you say that, the wood actually breaks, and he falls down.
No.
Luckily, he fell on an empty spot. So, yeah.
Did he land perfectly on a stool?
No, he landed on a empty space.
So doesn't he? What was that, like 10 feet or 5?
That was 10 feet.
Oh, so he is. That's a 1d6.
2. But, hang on, I gotta roll a hit die for him. Which his hit die is, fuck, what?
1d12.
1d12. Let's roll 1d12 to see how much damage... Alright, he takes 0 damage, essentially, because he rolled a fucking 2 on his hit die. Okay, he's what in legal language would be considered fine.
Attention all units, I'm slightly better than I was before.
Just walk it off.
The bar owner actually starts yelling, saying you better pay for the damage that he has caused. Actually starts walking over to Hainer very angrily, too.
Oh no. Hainer's gonna perceive him as a threat.
I ask how much would it, how much, because as a wizard I have lots of money.
20 gold for the damage, 15 for the inconvenience.
All right. I give him the money he needs.
Yeah, it'd be 35 in total.
Hooray for having tons of money.
Hooray, man.
As you actually just toss the money down to him, you kind of hear him whispering, saying, I should have asked for more.
That's his own problem. How much in total?
It was 35. 20 for the damage, 15 for the inconvenience.
I just had to do the math in my head for my total gold counts.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you want to go to the church now.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Hainer, let's go to the church.
surprised you didn't specify to use the door.
He
I
just
add
walked through the wall again.
I open the door and tell him to go through it.
He walks into the door, but luckily just opens for him. You told him to go through the door.
I said the. God damn it!
This
He
is
takes it
Hainer.
too.
This is Hainer we're talking about.
He takes it too literally. God damn.
No, he takes it whatever way would be funny. Cartoon logic. Would this be funny? If yes, do it. At least right now he does, because this is relatively lighthearted. Nothing too serious. After about... How far is that? That's about half a mile, so let's say about 30 or so minutes of quote-unquote marching and trying to wrestle Hainer into line, as well as the smelly cat lady.
Wait, if it's another day, isn't it another person's turn?
No, this is only an hour left. You said a short rest.
Oh. No, I mean like giving Hainer to someone else.
Nope, it's not sunrise.
Yep, it's 5 p.m. Well, now it'd be about 5:30. And you managed to actually arrive at the church. Do we have a map for the church? We do not. Cool.
Theater of the mind.
No, I'm saying cool because I don't have to fucking make your tokens give or have vision or anything.
That is true.
So, Chunhua,
Yes.
give me a perception check.
Hopefully my fat fingers don't hit it. Skill.
Why do you think I keep asking you? 3.
Woo! I'm rolling in the knowledge.
She
No,
doesn't
you're-
know anything.
Well, to be fair, you're probably distracted by the lady hissing at everyone as you walk by them.
And my 3 cats.
And our veritable army of kitties behind us.
Yes.
I love how we all adopted at least one cat.
I have 3.
Nymphius
have
has
one.
3. Which,
We have 8 cats in tow. It's glorious.
alright. So, our buddy spots a man digging, or a man with a shovel digging graves in the churchyard. A particularly familiar sounding, or a man that sounds familiar by description.
I guess we go over to the graveyard.
The boy, he looks at you and says, can I help you? I was hoping that you're at the church and he's familiar sounding would be good enough.
What?
The memes aren't lying when you have to think of puzzles for toddlers.
We know him?
Who the
Okay.
fuck asked you from
I'll
the
be
church
out
to
for
do
a
something?
few moments.
Alright.
I don't remember.
I have no idea what was going on, but I was gone for the last like month.
Yes, you're talking to him.
He's hot.
You're talking to Millie the Villy.
Milli Vanilli. Wait. Okay, hold on. Let me read my notes. What crime did he do?
He is suspected of stealing the bones of Saint Andrew.
From the underground. Yes. Alright.
Alright,
So, should I just... Alright. I don't know if we should just jump into his accusations.
That would probably be a bad idea.
well, we can always wait till Shump gets back. Or we could always just Hainer it.
No.
How about no? Hello there, fine sir. What are you doing digging up a grave? Could it be you are grave robbing?
No,
This is very serious.
I'm the groundskeeper. I am to dig the graves.
Well, someone in town has accused you of stealing bones.
Who? Who would accuse such a nonsensical act?
Honestly, I don't remember who accused him.
Puzzles for toddlers.
I didn't write down who accused him in my notes because I didn't think it would matter.
Everything matters.
Names matter.
I've been gone for the last few sessions. I don't know what's going on anymore.
So this is Millie Vanilli. He, was...
Millie the Villy.
I'll call him how I want. His real name is Milivoj or something.
Yeah. I've also heard, Millivoy.
Oh, that would make sense.
Or Millijoy. Or, no. Yeah, Millivoy.
He was accused of stealing bones of an important person from an undercroft.
The bones of Saint Angel. Who, the bones have had a, the bones are believed to have the power to, what's it called? To essentially cast the hollow spell on the land around it. So to bless the land against evil and the undead.
Well, does he know why anyone would accuse him? Other than maybe being an easy target since he's a groundskeeper.
You can always roll, persuasion, or you could even try intimidating him. He says, I have no idea why one would accuse me. I've done nothing but my part here. I've done nothing but to, well, help the dead rest.
Maybe they just really did pick him because he's an easy target. I don't know. Wait. Is it insight?
Insight is to tell if someone's lying. Yeah, you're pretty sure he's bullshitting you.
Gasp.
But, yeah, it looks like he's not going to give up information so easily.
I see. Does anybody have good intimidation?
Shump does.
Alright, I guess we're waiting for him.
Let me see. Hold on.
You can always do the Hainer effect.
Does Hainer have good intimidation?
Hainer does
I have
not.
a +2 intimidation.
Hey, anything. I mean, technically anyone could do an intimidation check.
Beep,
The
boop,
fuck is happening?
motherfucker.
What? What's going on?
Oh my god.
21.
Beep, boop, motherfuckers.
So, how do you want to do this?
Do it is like a cleric of fire kind of thing.
What, just hold up my middle finger with it on fire?
You are a light cleric. You can basically go by the power of the gods of flame. Tell us what we need to know. Or
I'm surprised you didn't just push him down and say, I'm going to put the fear of my god in you.
Pick a god and pray.
Just with the top end of my warhammer, I push him back a bit. I will put the fear of my god into you if you don't tell us what we need to know.
I was hired to steal them.
Okay. Who was he hired by?
Alright, and I'm back.
Hello.
We found Millie the Villy, intimidated the fuck out of him, and he admitted that he stole the bones of Saint Andrew.
Okay.
Evers did it also.
Kind-hearted flesh scared the piss out of him.
Yeska told me to steal the bones. The coffin keeper. Or the coffin maker.
Where does he usually spend his days?
Take a guess. The coffin shop.
shop.
There's a whole
I
ass
would say the
coffin shop.
Undertaker.
Think. You're in medieval times, people are dying left and right to werewolves and vampires.
There.
The Undertaker.
I don't know, I was thinking like maybe he resided in like I don't know how to describe it. Akin to a morgue, I guess.
Undertaker, mortuary, one or the other.
I mean, at the same time, we're also here to get the priest to resurrect the dude whose body is in our room.
He says, Yesko told me to steal it. I told Mr. DeVore that I did it. He said that he had someone else to tell. I don't know who. I don't know what.
Well, we left the previous hired guy off the hook, so fair is fair. But like,
I just gotta. Let me see
We
if I
have
can.
to balance it out.
Alright, I know where the bones are then. Alright, yeah. So there's actually 3 different ways you could go about this claim.
okay.
One is, well, you be a dick and ignore it.
Yeah.
2, vigilante justice. 3, non-vigilante justice.
So wait, we become cops and then assault?
No, you tell the guards.
we can tell the guard, which is the lawful thing to do.
I vote we be Batman.
I'm not lawful or good.
Alright, let's put this up to a vote. Let's put this up to a vote.
Okay.
Alright. For everyone who wants to tell the guards, say aye.
Aye.
I'm conflicted because, like, we let the last guy off, but at the same time, he was
He was a
not
coward.
the same level of crime.
Well, you don't exactly know how that information was worked with.
True.
So, I'm guessing it's 3 votes that we just...
Just beat the shit out of him? Yes.
No, there's 3 votes to just bust into the coffin maker's shop.
Yes.
Which is N6, which is here.
What if we bust in and interrogate him and then decide whether or not to tell the guards?
You could always tell the guards...
That's like 4 options.
There's always a chance that if you just tell the guards, you can walk with the guards.
Oh.
This is true.
Okay.
Which is why I voted aye.
Alright then, I will also vote aye to tell the guards.
Okay. Ibris, what's your vote?
Guards.
Okay, that's 3 for guards. So, So the priest actually hears this and says, if you wish to tell the guards, I suggest you take him with you and go to the burgomaster's house to tell. He will dispatch the guards immediately.
Wait, I don't trust the burgomaster though.
My dear, I assure you, the burgomaster wants his town to be safe. These bones are a very important detail. Even he would not betray this.
Hold on, I'm not gonna say this to him, I'm saying it to the people who weren't here last session. There's an eldritch power coming from the burgomaster's house, so I don't trust him.
Well, I say, my dear father, could you come to our rooms at the inn? If you have the spell to revive someone from the dead, that would be most helpful.
That is such an odd request, but I must stay here until after sunrise. With the sun being so close to being down, I must protect these people. He actually motions inside, and there's about 12 people in the church praying.
That's fair.
That is perfectly fair, my father. whenever you are done protecting these people, please come over to our room at the inn and revive a dear friend of ours.
He just kind of shyly nods and walks into the building, and you could see he's visibly confused as he walks in, thinking. So, to the burgomaster house, or are you just going to try to find a random guard?
I guess to the burgomaster.
I mean,
Maybe
we still have to. I mean, that's one of the things we wanted to do. Deal
we
with
can
the
be like,
burgomasters.
hey, send your guards, and then after he sends them, be like, hey, why the fuck is there an eldritch power coming from your house?
Yes.
Something don't smell right.
There's actually a dozen different ways how the burgomaster could play out.
Also, I know deep speech, so that'll help if the eldritch being is just like in the house chilling.
Also, if the burgomaster attacks us, we have it out for murder.
Yeah.
That would be a change.
Yeah, instead of murdering people
Okay.
without provocation,
Like
if
the
they attack us, it's self.
Alright.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Morality is relative.
At the same time, I don't want to get continually cursed with sins and lose my character. That
Oh, don't worry. You still have at least 2 stages left.
Oh god.
Well, actually, no, you have 3. Because it's at stage 5 you lose your character. Stage 6 is where you have to square the fuck up.
With who?
The character.
What?
Ah,
Oh,
I
yes.
don't-
You will
Which
lose your
means-
character.
which means Ziggy takes over my character, and you all get baptized in flames.
Oh my god.
Yes, because if he loses his character, I get his spellcaster. Who, by that time, next level, he will have access to Fireball.
With
not doing
fire
that.
elemental adept and 2s or 1.
Also, he has the Sun Sword.
I'm not threatened by that.
if Everest is lost to the curse, or if Zal and Everest are lost, we're kind of fucked.
This is why I said make backups.
Because everything will be on fire.
And then
Yes.
you have the Bugbear, who not even an hour after being rescued, eats a man alive.
And didn't even
Can you
get
blame
cursed.
him?
I mean, he is an evil bugbear.
He was probably hungry.
Alright, so you arrive at the Burgomaster's mansion, knock on the door, and the Baroness walks down. Hello, may I help you?
Well, we have found the culprit of the phone theft. Would like you to send some guards to apprehend him.
I can't do that, but I can get my husband. He has the authority to. Can you wait outside for a moment?
Indeed.
I apologize. I would bring you in, but we just have too much company right now. You can make a perception check against that,
Likely fucking story.
or an insight.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, you 100% believe her.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeko does not.
Zexel, you firmly believe that she actually has a good number of people over. You just aren't entirely sure of... you just don't know if it's malicious or anything. But you do believe she has people over for some reason.
Okay.
Eldritch
She's
Cold.
telling the truth for now.
So after about 3 or 4 minutes... it's about 6 o'clock now, so about after 3 or 4 minutes, the Burgomaster says, "Yes, my friends, how may I help you? You're quite new to our town, are you not?"
Yes, we came in during your festival, my good burgomaster, sir.
Oh, the Festival of the Burning Sun. Yes, one of my greatest creations so far. I'm very excited for tomorrow's festival as well.
We would
The lore says he has a festival every day.
Bro.
we would like to inform you that the Undertaker has in their possession the fingers of Saint
No, the bones. Entire
the
bones.
the bones of the saint for the church. We
Oh,
would like you to send guards to arrest them.
oh, this is quite a claim. Yes, I will send you guards. And Isaac, my friend, will you go with them? After just a moment, you hear some loud steps and he grunts as he walks out the door.
Wait,
Isaac
is that the
man
guy with the demon
arm?
hand?
Yes.
Oh.
So you have 4 guards and Isaac with you. And Isaac puts his hand on Milivage's shoulder and says, "Son, you're going to stay here,
Minute.
and you're going to be under sword point if you move."
Oh.
Alright, what were you going to say, Rise?
No, I was talking about roommate.
Oh, okay. Now, I would put the map up for you guys, but there's really no fucking point, since you're not squaring up with anything in there. So,
Yeah.
let's say another about 30-minute walk, at most, to get there. Because now you're traveling with a party of almost 10, plus an army of cats.
Good
It is
kitties.
a platoon. Thank you very much.
As you alright, that's not important then. I'm just looking at alright, there's nothing that you're gonna miss. So as you arrive, Isaac lifts up his axe with his demon hand and pounds on the door with his human hand. After a moment, Henrik Vandervoort opens the doors with a shock on his face. Let me see if I can find a picture. Show to everyone.
He's old.
He looks very shocked as he sees such a large number of people outside his doors. Says, what? Isaac turns to the party and says, "You have an accusation?"
Yes. You are accused of stealing the bones of the saint.
Henrik says, yes, I have them. They're right over there." He points towards his bedroom and just kind of sticks to the wall, staying out of the way. As this happens, Isaac storms into the room, looks at 2 great sacks, carries them both out and says, "Sir, you're under arrest." The 4 guards come in, take him, and as Henrik leaves the house, he says, There's a nest of vampires underneath the house, or underneath there. You must slay them before he comes again."
Under his house?
Yeah, under the coffin maker shop. Without hesitation, Isaac turns back, holds out his demonic hand, and lights the place on fire.
While Henrik's still in there?
No.
Oh, God.
Henrik is out.
Okay.
Henrik is out.
I was concerned.
Yeah, that would have been awful.
And toss him back in. Who cares?
He did surrender himself, so it would be an evil act to punish him any further.
True.
Meh.
Public execution.
So, it's up to you how you want to portray the, or how you want to deal with the building burning with supposed vampires in the bottom. Actually, we need to find out how many.
What if they don't die from the fire?
What?
What if they don't die from the fire? That seems very unsafe.
Me looking at this map with how much lumbers and hay there is in there, there's no fucking way this place isn't going complete immolation.
At the same time, vampires regenerate, don't
Yeah, that
they?
doesn't mean they'll die.
But they don't regenerate from fire damage.
Oh, they don't?
They're weak to it. You gotta remember they're undead. And plus, since it is still technically early night, they're not quite awake.
Indeed. It seems like it might be safe to leave.
It's a lovely evening. Sniff, sniff. Is something burning?
I mean, just in case they survive, we could always just
Send me
wait
in. I'll
outside.
gladly hack them up.
Alright, well...
Well, then I'll tell Isaac to expect us back at the Burgomaster's house. While we stay and watch the fire to make sure the vampires don't rise from it.
Should be a feast for you when you're done. This won't be in the stocks if you want to interrogate him any further. So he takes the bones back, and after about an hour, you almost feel a wave of radiant energy rushing over the town, leading you to firmly believe the bones were restored.
I'm going to assume, I mean, we can ask him to be sure, but I feel like since he has a nest of vampires he was scared of living under his house, he was probably forced to do it by the vampires, so that there was no more blessing over the town.
Quite possible.
So we do have to come to a stopping point soon. My dinner's about ready.
Okay. Well, if you would like to, we can stop now. We have completed 4 important tasks,
Yay.
which, we go through this. So, finding the Sun Sword is 150 experience. I'm going to need you to write this down so I can keep track in total.
Alright.
Disrupting the cult underneath the house and escaping the house was another 50.
You said another 50?
Yes. Finding and restoring the bones of St. Andrew is another 125. And taking care of the vampires in the basement and finding your helper would lead you to another 250 in total from that.
So 575?
Sounds about right.
Looks like the total XP should be
463.
5,400.
Alright. Alright, so how much experience in total?
5,463.
1,463?
No,
No,
hold
no,
on. I was
no.
going off of the number.
575.
Yeah, 575 was the total, and then adding that to what we should have should bring us up to 5,463 XP.
Okay. And then do we know the total financial gain from this session?
22 GP, 36 EP per person.
Then we can divvy up the loot you can sell later.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
So, tonight, with far too many fucking things happening, with far too many triggering events, that we added 2 more to tonight, I want to say good night, and remember, someone loves you.